A lot of military personnel, and a very elderly civilian in a gray business suit, white hair, what was left of it on the side of his head, walking towards us. He looks at us and says, "Gentlemen, I've been expecting you." Now, Dr. John von Neumann. So we look at him. He says, "You're who?" And I says, "I'm Dr. John von Neumann." Couldn't be. We left him approximately an hour or so ago. And he's a much younger man. Couldn't be you. He looked at us rather sternly and says, "Gentlemen, this is not 1943. This is 1983. I am the same Dr. von Neumann you knew in 1943, except I'm 40 years older. Welcome to Montauk Air Force Station," or words to that effect. We didn't know whether to believe him or not. We didn't know what was going on. And he took us for a cook's tour. Well, this tour included IBM 360 and 370 computers, tape recorders, all of the paraphernalia of a 360 and 370, disk drives, visual displays, which were special for the facility, and all of this and many other pieces of unknown to us electronic equipment. And then, of course, after this little tour, we happened to go past the room where there was a large screen color television set and display, operational. We came back to that later, but he took us all over, and as it became dawn, he took us upstairs and let us look around the base. We never were taken off base. They let us sit down and relax a bit, and says, "Why don't you watch TV for a while?" So we did. Now, from the standpoint of 1943, where you had only 10-inch black and white color television sets, the more standard chassis being the RCA 630 TS, which any of the older aficionados will know. I worked on many of them afterwards. That was all it was then in 43. But here we're looking at large screen color TV, a 27-inch type or something like that, good sound, color, and of course we watched some of the news shows and other things, and it showed traffic jams on the freeways. What was a freeway? There weren't any in 43 except the Pennsylvania Turnpike, which was the first in the country. And advertising, which made no sense to us, but what really and finally got to us and convinced us that maybe the old man was right, was an ad by, I believe it was American Airlines, saying, in essence, to those listening to the ad, "On your next vacation trip to Hawaii, why not fly with us in our 747 jet?" Well, of course,